Gabriel sat on the stone steps in front of Banner Hall, his hands cradling his head as he gazed at the starry expanse above. Inya sat beside him in silence. The night unfolded beneath the full moon, surrounded by countless stars that stirred a deep yearning within Gabriel. It's a pity that I've never taken you to the depths of the starry sky on Skypiercer. Someday, I'll be strong enough. The dream alone fueled his determination to triumph over Rafe in the crucible of fate. Do you have faith in yourself for tomorrow? Inya questioned. Gabriel's smirk held assurance. Of course. Never underestimate Rafe. Take nothing for granted. I understand, but I have faith in myself because there's so much more to our story. Gabriel, I can't fathom going to the upper realm without you. Upper realm? This was news to Gabriel. Inya nodded. The Decennium is in March, and we must journey to the upper realm in preparation. Mistress Faye said that I could share the news. You are one of the chosen ones from the Southern Academy. Provided things go smoothly tomorrow. Gabriel's face lit up with this revelation. Don't talk like that. Inya knew he teased, but she couldn't bear even thinking about laughing at that thought. A solitary tear traced its way down her cheek, prompting Gabriel to delicately wipe it away with his pinky finger. In response, Inya extended her palms, and celestial armor materialized before Gabriel. This is a piece of celestial armor, a gift from my father on the day I departed for the Southern Academy. I'd like you to wear this tomorrow. Gabriel examined the armor. Detecting a subtle hint of Inya's lilac fragrance, Gabriel shook his head. Inya, I can't accept this. Inya was weary of his stubbornness. You're being thick-skulled for no other reason than to make me overwhelmed with worry. I'm sorry. I was just trying to make light of a heavy situation. I'll wear this armor with pride. Mistress Faye appeared suddenly. Gabriel, it's time to retire to your chamber. Sleep is the most integral part of your preparation. Gabriel rose, extending a hand to assist Inya, who graciously declining, levitated into a standing position. They proceeded to Mistress Faye into Banner Hall to retire for the night. As Gabriel settled into bed, he reached out to the black jadeite. Master Talon, considering tonight's sleep might be my last, there's something I've always been afraid to ask you. What kind of person was my mother? A thoughtful pause lingered. A remarkably powerful individual. Powerful? Gabriel inquired, a mix of curiosity and anticipation coloring his voice. Yes, incredibly admirable. The revelation left Gabriel contemplating the woman he barely knew. What happened to her? Master Talon allowed a moment of quiet reflection. She's imprisoned, Gabriel. Is she alive? Very much so. The news hung in the air, stirring a flurry of emotions within Gabriel. Feelings of abandonment, questions left unanswered. Don't harbor any resentment. She had no choice but to let you go. With a surge of determination, Gabriel sat up. I'll save her. I'll defeat Rafe tomorrow and won't rest until I bring her back. Gabriel, find solace in the fact that she entrusted you with the jadeite, allowing me to follow, train, and protect you. Who took her? Gabriel pressed for more details, a spark of urgency in his voice. I can't burden you with such information now. My gift to you for tomorrow's victory is a promise. I will guide you to save your mother, Master Talon assured. With that, Gabriel extinguished his bedside candle, surrendering to the embrace of sleep, where dreams of his mother unfolded. Rafe stood poised at the cliff's edge as he observed the unfolding dawn. As the first rays of sunlight touched the land, Master Aldrich, his mentor, appeared punctually, carrying a small black box in his hand. This gift from the great elder of the Riker clan arrived precisely when it was needed, Master Aldrich announced. Intrigued, Rafe opened the box to unveil a piece of jet black armor. His eyes narrowed as he recognized its significance. Celestial armor. The finest celestial black tortoise armor, crafted from 108 sky-grade black tortoise scales. Rafe marveled at the iridescent sheen of the tortoiseshell in his hands and declared with cold confidence, "With this treasure, I will be invincible." Master Aldrich produced another small box. "Open it and take a look." Rafe eagerly opened the box, revealing 2 rose-colored pills. "Rafe, these are Volandrin Vitali Surge pills. As long as you avoid instant death, 1 pill will heal any injury, no matter how severe." Rafe began to internalize the gravity of the situation. "There are only 5 of these pills in existence. However, as you represent one of 3 great families in Volandra, the High Council deems it appropriate for you to have them in your possession. Today, I will kill Gabriel. I have no doubts." A ferocious glint flashed in his eyes as he stowed away the 2 pills in the celestial armor. "Previously, I was 70% sure of defeating Gabriel, but now I am 100% certain. Even with absolute confidence, don't underestimate your opponent," cautioned Master Aldrich. "It's he who shouldn't underestimate me." With those words, Rafe turned, casting a sneer in the direction of the Crucible of Fate arena. The stage was set for a clash that would bury this grudge for good. The sun blazed overhead as tens of thousands of students gathered around the Crucible of Fate arena. Mistress Lao Li made her way into the heavily ornamented booth set aside for the distinguished members of the Southern Academy. Settling between Mistress Fei and Master Aldrich, 2 figures avoiding each other's gaze, Inya followed, floating in with pomp and circumstance, clad in a maroon and gold dress, the Yamato clan colors, a sign of solidarity with her betrothed's family. Admired by countless onlookers, she took the seat Cade had saved for her. Headmaster Ashwin suddenly appeared in the arena, greeted by a wave of salutes. He moved to the altar to address the crowd. "Today we stand witness to a grand tradition, a solemn ritual, one that none among us eagerly embraces. We recognize the gravity of this event, a measure essential for quelling disputes among those expected to be united. The Southern Academy thrives on unity, yet reality doesn't always conform to our ideals. The victor of today's trial shall stride ahead in the Academy with an untarnished conscience, for they bear the weight of a necessary participation. On this day, we enter the remains of irreconcilable differences, fostering unity in the crucible of necessity." His proclamation was punctuated by Rafe's arrival, who descended from the sky in a cloud-like robe, an inflated sense of self exuding from him as he landed in the center of the arena, eyes closed. Griffin Vanguard and the rest of Rafe's ardent supporters cheered at his arrival. Suddenly, in a far more subdued entrance, Gabriel appeared in the same outfit he wore to the training tower. Inya stood to welcome her fiancé into the arena. The crowd was excited, though not as numerous as Rafe's supporters. Rafe sneered at Gabriel. Headmaster Ashwin stepped between them. "If either of you wish to withdraw, the opportunity is still available. Yet, be aware that doing so means yielding to expulsion from the Academy." Rafe smiled lightly. "Gabriel, you have my permission to quit. Leave with whatever dignity you have left." Gabriel ignored his foe and simply saluted the headmaster. "I'm ready." The Volandrin horns echoed, signaling the start of the Crucible of Fate. Rafe looked at Gabriel with a sinister smile. "Gabriel, before your body cools, I'll be extending my proposal to Inya. She deserves a union that aligns with true Pao." Suddenly, Skypiercer flew into the arena like thunder, and before Rafe could finish his sentence, he was impaled. Tortoiseshell scales proved worthless against the velocity of Skypiercer. Blood sprayed across Gabriel's stoic face as Rafe fell to his knees. In shock, the onlookers couldn't believe what had just transpired. Gabriel took a step closer to Rafe's bloodied body. Why the need for pre-battle theatrics? Was that an attempt to kill me with words? Rafe looked at him in disbelief and said hoarsely, "You sword wielder, sneak attack. Don't talk." With what little energy he had left, he reached for the Volandrin Vitali Surge pills. Gabriel, using his sun-blessed ability, slowed Rafe's movements, then manifested Zephyr's Edge and with a spark of blue torrent energy, his air sword beamed with an overpowering blue aura that filled the entire crucible of Fate Arena before Gabriel swiftly slit Rafe's throat. The young Riker boy was no longer a candidate for the life-saving pills. Gabriel walked up to Rafe's lifeless body and claimed the tortoiseshell armor and Valandran Vitali Surge pills. His eyes lit up, realizing this was his moment, despite the consequences of revealing himself as a sword wielder to the entire Academy.